Hello everyone, good morning. This is Ishraq and now I'm heading towards Mohakali bus terminal to get the bus to get into Bogurar. So in Bogurar we will taste the authentic Bogurar doi from the very famous Asia Sweets. So let's get started. Okay, so I just had my lunch at Akbaria Hotel right after the Jumba prayer, and before coming here I asked one of my friends from Bogurar for suggestion and I got this hotel as suggested. So the food was really good, the stuff was really good as well. I tried their chui jhal and some kind of bharta and lentil. I mean, like very plain and simple lunch. You cannot have a very heavy lunch after a very long journey. This is not good for your health. So I went for the simplest thing possible, and the hotel was really good. But as I'm from Sylhet, and there are many famous desi food restaurants in Sylhet, like Pach Bhai, Panshi, Pakshi. If I think about these restaurants, I only can imagine a very big restaurant, very crowded, and like always very much noise and all that stuff. But on the contrary, Akbaria Hotel was kind of very cozy place. Including me, maybe there were like 3 to 4 people at the time in the restaurant. It was not as big as I expected, but overall it was a good experience. I mean, after a very long journey, having a very calm and cozy lunch is what you need to get recharged. So yeah, it was a nice experience. So if you are in Bogurar and you just had a very good lunch, you know what you need more, right? So now I'll be heading towards in search of the best doi. So I did some research and asked some of my friends and in the forums online that there are some famous shops which sells the authentic Bogurar doi, but everyone suggested that the Asia Sweets, this is the best shop you can imagine, and this is the very famous and very old shop. So now I'll be heading towards Asia Sweets in search of the famous Bogurar's doi. So yeah, let's go there. So now we'll be going inside the famous Asia Sweets, and there is a banner that says that one of the founders have just passed away a few days ago. So may Allah grant him Jannah, and let's get inside and taste the doi. So I think it's a very bad news, guys. I just went inside and found that all the doi has been sold out. So I just asked that when the next refill can come, and they said that you can come tomorrow 6 a.m. in the morning. So I don't know how many people wakes up at 6 a.m. So you can just imagine how famous this shop is. So it's only like 2:30 p.m. now, and assuming that they have started selling at 6, so only in like 8 hours it's sold out for today. So it's a very famous place, and I wish I could try this today, but anyways, I guess we have to come again tomorrow for tasting the authentic doi. So I could not get doi from the famous Asia Sweets, but however I needed something sweet, and I just taken this small doi from Akbaria Sweets. So I think that Akbaria is a very famous food chain in Bogurar, because there is Akbaria Confectionery, Akbaria Sweet, then Akbaria Restaurant, and I hope this is really well. Maybe not as good as Asia Sweets doi, but still good and authentic Bogurar's doi. So I will now go to my hotel and let's try out. So yeah, I couldn't bear my temptation and I just ate up all the yogurts while coming back to my hotel room. So like I'll first discuss about that taste. So it had a very creamy texture, which was very good, but I would say this yogurt felt very much sweet to me. Yogurt tasted like yogurt, but a bit more sweet. That's all the review I can give. The Asia Sweet became popular or famous a few years back, but before that, maybe some decades earlier, there were famous Muharram Ali yogurt. So this Muharram Ali yogurt was considered which made the Bogurar doi famous So I have found at least 5 types of Muharram Ali Doi Ghor, or the new Muharram Ali Doi Ghor, and this kind of shop. So I think as this was a very much famous in previous days, so people tried to use their brand name for their business. Okay, I have bought two small portions from two kinds of Muharram Ali Doi Ghor, and now I will be tasting it and comparing. Okay, does it really have a very big difference, or how much it differs from the Akbaria sweet? I have Muharram Ali Doi Ghor, which this says this is Adi Al-Hajj Muharram Ali Doi, and I thought this might be a authentic one. And then I found that okay, Muharram Plus Doi Ghor. I'll first go with the Adi and like Adi Al-Hajj Bogurar. So yeah, this is this. This is a bit less sweet compared to the Akbaria sweets yogurt, and this is like this reminds me of what I eat in Dhaka. So the color and the texture, everything just reminds me of the as usual taste, as usual Bogurar doi I buy at Dhaka. But another interesting thing is in Dhaka I buy these small portions at 35 taka each, and here in Bogurar these are sold this is like 50, this is 40, and the one I bought at Akbaria Sweet, this was also 50. So it's a bit surprising because they produce these things here and they like sell these things in Dhaka. There is a shipment cost, there is a storage cost. Even after all of this, they can sell these things in Dhaka at 35 taka, but here in Bogurar they sell it even more than that, like 40 or 50 taka. So the economics is not familiar to me. Well, let's just focus on tasting the doi. It has a light punch of sweetness, but not very much that will overshadow the original taste of yogurt. So now I have this Muharram Plus Doi Ghors. So look at the texture here. So this is the famous what do I call it, upper residue, I guess. Okay, I don't know if this is the right name, but yeah, of the Bogurar's doi. They ferment it layer by layer. So yeah, let's taste it. It's amazing. So while tasting it, you will feel a very strong punch of authentic cow milk. So if I have to share my take, and I'll say that this one this will be my first choice, which is the Adi Muharram Sweet, and my second will be the Muharram Plus, and the third position will be the Akbaria Sweet. Today I just tasted these three, and I really say okay, there is actually noticeable difference in taste, although all of these are Bogurar's doi, and this might actually vary from person to person, but let's find out which is the best one for me. So I can't wait for the morning. So yeah, let's find out which is the best doi. This is around 9:30 in the morning, and I just went back to the Chini Pata Doi shop and asked for a small portion, but they say that they do not sell in small portions. So now I'm here. I am right beside the Asia Sweets, and I'm guessing that there is also no small portions available. And yeah, today is Janmashtami, and I can see a lot of Hindu people celebrating this with harmony, and this is a very festive situation going on. And for this reason, actually, I'm guessing that these small portions might also been sold out already for today. So finally, the moment of truth. I have got this famous Bogurar doi from famous Asia Sweets, and also I got something to take back to Dhaka for my friends. The one thing I've noticed is they are really emphasizing in this thing that they do not have any other branches except for this one. So maybe having authenticity really matters here. And yeah, I was wrong. They were selling like small portions, and this is the most expensively small portion of this was for 60 taka. So if I compare with the Dhaka, almost double the price, but I hope the taste is also double. And I just noticed one thing, that they were giving options that okay, extreme sweet, mild sweet, or no sweet at all. And I just took the mild sweet one because, as I told earlier, I prefer my yogurts which is not very much sweet. Nevertheless, I actually tried to get into the kitchen and the making process of Asia Sweets doi, and when I asked the owner, so they actually first hesitated a bit, asked that where I'm from. I told that I'm from Brack University. Then asked me which semester. I told that okay, I'm in my 4th year. And then they asked me that which department I'm from. I told that I'm from CST department. And then the owner politely asked me that, brother, no offense, but I don't think that documenting Asia Sweets kitchen is somehow related to CSE department's project. Then I just explained to him that okay, we have a course in for the love of food, and for this I'm making this one. So they then he actually were believing me, though. Okay, fine, that makes sense now. But unfortunately, he said that start preparing the doi after closing the selling, like after closing the shop. So at around 5 or 6 in the evening they start preparing. So even if I go to the kitchen, I will not actually see anything happening. So he just asked me that for how many days I'm staying, and I just told that okay, I am living just in this noon. And he then just gave me his card and his number, and he just asked me that okay, if I come again, he will surely take me to the kitchen and he will just show me the whole process. And yeah, so I think it was really sweet, even if I couldn't go to the kitchen and see the process myself. But the behavior of the owner was I mean, really amazing. And he is also a engineer. He was from AAA department from IoT. So he just said that okay, this is a from one engineer to another engineer, a promise. And it was really sweet. So I have noticed one thing, that there are a lot of stalls where you can find people selling sweets in Bogurar, and I think this is very much contagious to their personality as well. I have talked with the rickshaw pullers and the street food vendors and like locals. Everyone was just being very much sweet to me. Even the other day I was going to the mosque for Juma prayer, and I just stumbled upon a senior uncle. And usually, these situations, they become very angry. That man was really sweet. He just smiled and said that, are you okay, or this kind of stuff. So these 2 days stay at Bogurar is really rewarding me with this much positivity and sweetness from everyone around. And I think the final nail in the coffin will be how this anticipated though it is. So let's give it a try. So I can see that I think the buttery portion is remaining here. It's not like the other doughs that I've tasted so far. And I think the smaller portion is the default one. In the bigger chunks, you can actually, as I said earlier, customize the sweetness, but not in the smaller ones. So okay, let's try. It's just so creamy. It's a mixture of tastes, I would say. It has a soury taste like sour yogurts, and it has a sweetness. It also has the signature taste of yogurt. I mean, it feels like a perfect blend. And there's a reason why actually people buy this. Maybe from a lot of years they have been selling this, but I mean, it's good, but I believe that you can taste this kind of yogurts in anywhere else. I think my final verdict will be, it's a good one, interesting taste, but not like you cannot find it in anywhere else. But I mean, it's really good. And if I have to honestly rate out, I would say the one I tasted earlier the night, the Adi Mohorom. This will be my first pick, and then this will be my second pick, the Asia Sweet. My third pick will be Mohorom Plus, and my fourth pick will be Agboria Sweets Bogurar Doi. And yeah, I think that's all for now. Maybe some other day I will come back to Bogurar again to film the entire process. Maybe not for this project, but for another project, or maybe just for my curiosity. And maybe that day I can also taste Chinipata Doi and just complete the arsenal. So it was a nice stay in Bogurar. I would say Bogurar is a very cozy place, and I hope to come back to Bogurar again. Thank you.